Hello students, this is Rashmi Biswakarma, Assistant Teacher of Nisangram High School. Today we are going to start the part 3 video of Control and Coordination of Class 10th Science. In today's video we are going to discuss about human brain, alright, which is present in your head portion, right? The human brain is a highly complex organ which is mainly composed of nervous tissue. And nervous tissue, as we have already discussed, right? So human brain is a highly complex organ and the human brain is composed of nervous tissue, alright? The tissues are highly folded to accommodate a large space or surface area in a small space. So nervous tissues are highly folded. That is because of to accommodate a small area, okay, in a small area, okay. The human brain is covered by a 3-layer system of membranes called meninges. So the human brain is how many layers are there? 3 layers, okay. 3-layer systems of membrane is present, okay, to cover the human brain, alright, and they are known as meninges, alright. Cerebrospinal fluid is filled between the meninges, okay. This covering is called meninges and the cerebrospinal fluid is there in the meninges, alright. Okay, the CSF, cerebrospinal fluid, provide cushion the brain against a mechanical shock. So any kind of shock will be protected by CSF or cerebrospinal fluid, alright. Furthermore, protection. Okay, the human brain can be divided into 3 regions. For example, they are forebrain, midbrain and hindbrain. Okay, we will discuss all this type of 3 brain regions and we will discuss in detail. Just have a look to this diagram. Okay, there are many more portions and each part has its function, different activities to done. Let's start with the parts of human brain. Okay, there are 3 parts. That is, first one is forebrain, midbrain and hindbrain. Okay, the forebrain is composed of cerebrum. You have to remember all these terms and their functions. Midbrain is composed of hypothalamus and the hindbrain is composed of cerebellum, pons and medulla oblongata. Okay, have a look to this diagram. Forebrain, midbrain and hindbrain. Okay, the forebrain is composed of cerebrum. Okay, midbrain is composed of cerebellum and the hindbrain is composed of pons, medulla oblongata and cerebellum. Alright, midbrain is composed of hypothalamus. Okay, human nervous system is divided into 3 regions: central nervous system, peripheral nervous system and autonomous nervous system. So we have a little bit of idea about all these parts, right? Now the central nervous system is divided into brain and the spinal cord. Okay, now we are dealing with human brain. So it has 3 regions: forebrain, midbrain and hindbrain. Okay, you have already come to know that forebrain is composed of cerebrum, midbrain is composed of hypothalamus and the hindbrain is composed of cerebellum, pons, and medulla oblongata. Some of the main structure of human brains are explained below. Alright, cerebrum. The cerebrum is the largest part in the human brains. Okay, have a look to this diagram. Cerebrum is the largest part and which is present in the forebrain region. Okay, this folded structure is the cerebrum, which is the largest part of the human brain. All right, and the cerebrum is divided into two hemispheres called cerebral hemisphere. Okay, functions. Next is the functions of the cerebrum. The cerebrums control the voluntary motor actions. Okay, voluntary motor actions in the sense of you can move your all the parts that you can move, like your hand, your arms, your leg. Okay, these are controlled by cerebrum region. Okay, next is it is the side of sensory perceptions like tactile and auditory perceptions. Okay, perception means something to be aware of from your sensory organs. Okay, auditory and tactile perception can be received in the region of cerebrum. All right, next is it is a function, so you have to remember all the functions. Okay, it is the seat of learning and memory. So this is the region where you can learn, you can learn and you can memorize. Okay, so if the cerebrum is not present, you cannot learn and memorize, right? Okay, next is your hypothalamus, and it is situated in the midbrain region, right? In the picture, midbrain region where hypothalamus is present. Okay, the hypothalamus lies at the base of the cerebrum. It is in the base of the cerebrum. Just have a look the midbrain and where hypothalamus is present. Okay, in the base of the cerebrum. It controls sleep and wake cycle. So the sleeping and the waking cycle is controlled by hypothalamus region, right? Okay, of the body, and it controls the urge of eating and drinking. So if you feel hungry or if you feel like drinking, so it is controlled by your hypothalamus region. Try to remember all these functions and its term. All right. So next is your cerebellum. So students, where it is located? In which part of the brain it is located? It is located in the hindbrain region, right? Cerebellum lies below the cerebrum and at the back of the whole structure. Okay, have a look to the diagram where cerebellum is located. This tree-like structure is the cerebellum. It is located at the base of the cerebrum, right? Okay, so it coordinates the motor functions. Again, it is related with the motor functions. When you are riding your bicycle, the perfect coordination between your paddling and steering control is achieved by the cerebellum. So it coordinates the motor functions. Okay. try to understand with this example. So it controls posture and balance also. Okay, it controls the posture of your body and balance to your body. Again, it controls the precision of voluntary actions. So it is related with the precision of the voluntary actions. Okay, next is your medulla oblongata. Okay, medulla forms the brain stem. Just have a look to this medulla. Okay, it is like stem like structure, like, right? Okay, sorry. So it controls the various involuntary functions like hearing, okay, heartbeat, respiration. These all activities are controlled by medulla oblongata. Question may arise like this: the which region can control your respiration? So you have to answer medulla oblongata. Which region controls your heartbeat or hearing? Okay, this can be this is your answer as the medulla oblongata. So it controls the involuntary action, right? Okay, if you don't understand the voluntary and the involuntary actions, okay, my previous video I have already explained. Okay, you can go and just have a look, just see all the video and you come to know all this term. Okay, for example, blood pressure, salivations, vomiting, all these are controlled by your medulla oblongata. These all are just involuntary actions, right? Last one is the pons. Okay, we also named as pons furali. It relays impulse between the lower cerebellum and spinal cord. Okay, it relays impulse. Okay, it acts a relay center between the spinal cord and the cerebellum. Okay, if you don't understand the relay impulse or nerve impulse, just have a look or check my videos, previous videos. I have already explained in all my video. All right, and the higher part of the brain like cerebrum and the midbrain. So it really impulse between the lower part of the brain, between the cerebellum and spinal cord, and in the higher part between the cerebrum and the midbrain, right? And also regulates respirations. So pons also regulates its respiration. Okay, so you have to remember all this term with understanding, with functions.